Yep. What's good, my people? You welcome to OnePlay News once again, Charlie. We're about to have a beautiful conversation, discuss everything entertainment. I'm Joseph AB. I'm in the studios with my chairman himself, your friend Dan, biggest boss, Chairman Alpha.
Big man, Charlie, I'm cool.
Yeah, Chucky cool. Yeah. Make our film it today. Go jumping fool.
Oh, Charlie.
Yeah.
Oh, Charlie.
What's up, babes?
Hey.
Yeah.
I mean, your biggest boss, me the babes.
Oh, you be ever gorgeous, and there's some amount of that.
Thank you so much.
Ever gorgeous too.
You know.
Well, I was going for a lunch break, and then you called me, and I had to cancel because the industry is on my heart.
It's on your heart.
What a bed.
and that's it. So I had to, rush in to come and say so.
Thanks. Thanks to you guys so much for passing through.
Thank you for having us, Charlie.
Yeah. We're about to have some, very beautiful conversations. And thank you to our home for joining us. All right. You can get interactive, get at us via Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. The handle to follow is at OnePlay Africa. If you want to get at me directly at Joseph_A_B. Don't forget, we're on YouTube as well at OnePlay Africa. Baby, I OnePlay Africa, feel free. Sure. When you get there, hit on that bell. All right. So it's a new year. Things they happen.
Yeah.
I want us to look at it from this side.
Yeah.
There are many a times, when we are about getting to the latter part of the year, artists are always preparing for shows. So they are at times very busy. Just around that time, going for rehearsals, interviews and stuff like that. But before then, they are mostly in the studios working, preparing for the next year, songs they are going to release, in the next year. I've observed something, because this year we are in like mid-January, almost we've passed mid-January. Yeah, we are almost at the end of the month, and we haven't had any.
Almost in the middle of the month.
You sure?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. And we haven't had any of our acts releasing new music, and this bothers me because I feel like after all the chilling and everything, they are supposed to feed us, some new music, right? Now, what is the problem here? I don't know if you feel the same way, because we haven't had any new music out.
So this month, we've not had music from your top big artists yet. Right. I think Shatta just put out a song, not The Landlord, but he put out a song. I think The Landlord is a single, but he put out a song titled All Right. I think it came out yesterday. Yes.
I'm sure he has done like 6 songs that we didn't even notice.
So The Landlord is like the official single for the year. But in between the singles, he dropped a lot of songs. So yeah. So Shatta has dropped a song. I think Medical has dropped a freestyle. Who else? Well, no one else.
But is it right, or you feel like there's a problem somewhere?
I don't think it's a problem. I think is a scene, is a space. If you pay attention to last year and the year before, so last year you realize no 2 more songs came out in the first quarter. So in the first quarter you had 2 hit songs. So that's BBC and Yeko. That's for like first quarter last year. The year before last year, you had 2 hit songs in the first quarter. That's Kiddies Enjoyment and Kim Promise Sisan. So in the first quarter, we don't really have new music coming out because people are still kind of rinsing the music that they jammed to in December. Because you also understand that in our space, people put out a lot of music during the last quarter of the year because they call it Christmas banger. Everybody's looking for the Christmas banger. So they put out so many songs during the last quarter of the year. So in the first quarter, you are still kind of getting into the songs of last quarter. This year, songs like Kwesiate's Celebrate is picking up hugely this quarter. When is it Break My Waist? Break My Waist is also picking up hugely this quarter. Sister Fears, Asording is also picking up this quarter. Jemapel starting to also run, the dancer, Mr. Drew, Seke is also picking up hugely. So that's how our space is, because they dropped a lot of music in the last quarter, people start vibing to that music in the new year, because Christmas time, yeah, jamming to Ameno, Mona Lisa, High, which came out somewhere around the third quarter that we've already had that connection to.
Facts.
You understand?
Right.
So we already jammed to songs we already have connection to. So the song that you drop in the last quarter, January, February, March, a whole half an hour started getting into it.
Okay.
So the songs I just mentioned, Celebrate, Break My Waist, Aswording, Jemapel.
That's my favorite. My
That's
newest
your favorite. Yeah, like Seke by Mr. Drew. Like those songs are really, really picking up.
Yeah.
So by second quarter, you should expect one of these songs to become like very huge in the space. Normally, that's how I've seen it.
Okay, so you feel it's cool. I mean, it's okay.
Yeah, it's cool. So normally, like the last month of the first quarter is when you have many people coming out. I'm hearing people will be dropping someone in March. Some of the big artists, they are all telling us they are dropping in March. When you reach out to them, some of them say don't know what they are dropping. You know, because it's like they always want to know what the market or how the market is like. You know, and they know, okay, this is what is going, let me go with that. That is what is going, let me go with that. So basically, that's how it is in our space.
Okay. Tilly,
Yeah.
talk to me.
I think this conversation, first of all, Ghana music industry is not just Shatta Wale, Stonebwoy, and Zach. No. Artists have dropped songs. Bosom Piyong is upset right now because he thinks the industry is cancelling him out. And this conversation sort of cancels him out because he has Bunu.
Yeah.
And it was this year. So how then do we say there's no new music? There is music. Medical has dropped no service. Whether it's a freestyle or not, it is music. His fans love it. So I think if we want to have the conversation, we have to appreciate that there isn't abundance of new music, rather than saying there is new music. Else, any artist, maybe artist, I'm dropping music. I can say, hey, which level do I have to get?
But these new songs that are out, let's take Bosom Piyong for instance, complaining about the fact that it looks like we're taking him out of the scene and all that. Is he doing the necessary things that he's supposed to do in order for his songs to be out there?
Everywhere that Bosom has to sit to interview, or wherever he had been in previous times to sit for an interview for his songs to go further, he's doing them now. Do you get it? Maybe it is not picking up swiftly as he thought it would, but he has. So we can say that there hasn't been abundance of music, new music, in the year 2020. Mind you, a lot of people dropped songs that were targeted at the Christmas, but it didn't pick up in the Christmas. So it is not that they are doing heavy promotion. Akwabwa Obia, it was on his EP. EP was Sinaso. Yeah. Now it is banging. It is number one song on, I think, OnePlay. Yeah. It was number one song. It is now, I think, YouTube too. They were saying something like that. So the songs are picking up. Kamido, Sugarcane, it was dropped last year. Yeah. But it seems it's this year that it could pick up for him if he puts in extra effort. So they are doing that. Artists are doing that. Someone like Shatta Wale, I'm sure by now he has dropped a mini album online, but we didn't track it.
I'll be surprised.
Because he dropped songs, you know, rampantly like that. So we can't say just because the people that we see as the big artists or those who carry the industry on their shoulder haven't dropped songs. So all artists haven't dropped. They have. And mind you, the industry is not under hokwa. They are the peak times where artists target. He's saying March because it is closer to Easter. Sure. Do you get it? Everybody wants to go to Quill, or everybody wants to play an Easter show. But
when it happens like that, won't we be wrong? Because looking at, let's say, songs that were dropped, let's say around November, October, December, thereabout, expecting for them to be big hits in December so we could celebrate with them. You know, they didn't get that kind of response. So if you want to drop a song in order for us to celebrate with it over the Easter, you know, festivities, why not drop it now?
Okay, so the year or the month January, we are not even towards the end yet. We are in the middle, somewhere in the middle. Now the thing is that a song like Celebrate by Kwesiata, do you know that song is now picking up? Even Christmas, it didn't bank. That song, I went to play, I didn't hear it. I'm like, but this song is a big song. At the time, because it was pretty new then, a DJ would rather play a Mona Lisa that he is sure that the fans will groove to than Kwesiata, that people would sort of be like a about it. But now, if you drop Celebrate Anyway, people will dance because it is huge. So the song, you give it time. Mind you, artists will start dropping too from February because then they want the song to resonate with the people. Sima, I want to you na till by the time a baby say Easter, one of their biggest songs in their mind, top of mind. Do you get it? Music and that one, we don't just do music for the fun of it. It is business. You might as well work with a plan. There are some artists, frankly, they don't have plan. They are just waiting for the new boy. Some of them are not sure that Amapiano has left yet. They want to be sure and see how it will do in January, if they are hopping on it finally or not. Do you get it? Some don't have plan. They are just waiting. Others have plans and they have to execute it. Music promotion is expensive. You can't, if you don't, especially if you don't have the core fan base that will support every song that you do, you have to be strategic. You can't just drop because you want to drop. No.
All right, so you have to be strategic. You can't just drop when you want to drop. We're going for a quick break. When we get back, I'm gonna take my boys dance thoughts on the same issue before we go into our next story. So
don't look me like zombie. Don't play with me. OnePlay, yeah. Don't look me like zombie. Don't play with me. I know Bilu do or chobi. Don't play with me. Yo, people, these are the original AK songstress, the Dancehall Empress, the Don Dana, and you're watching OnePlay Africa. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere.
Yep, you're welcome back. This is OnePlay Africa, and this is OnePlay News with myself, Joseph A.B. I told you, don't forget to get interactive with us via social media, at Twitter, on Facebook and Instagram as at OnePlay Africa. All right, get at us on YouTube as well at OnePlay Africa. Baby, we did that song. Brian, let me pick your thoughts real quick.
So I think Sister Tilly said everything. I just want to add up to what she said.
All right.
You see, it do some, I think, during the last quarters, when I see captions like Christmas banger, it's cool. You understand? It's cool, but I feel like lately it takes a lot of time to be able to connect audience to content, as in your music that you put out. So if you're looking to have a song that will, like Tilly said, occur parties, you hear the places, then you need to know that you are looking to drop it somewhere around third quarter inside. So by that time, 3 months in promotion, somewhere around October, November, by that time, people would have gotten into the music.
Okay.
Many a times, our artists like to treat their music like orphans.
That's hard.
Yeah, they treat them like orphans, like you have to grow by yourself.
Yeah.
Find your food, eat. Our artists should be intentional with how they do. Because if you are looking for a banger within that short time, then, like Tilly said, promotion, you need to put in a lot of resources. Capital is one of them. A lot. You need to gather your best of marketing strategies so that you find the capital to be able to activate that campaign that you want to run for the song. So when you want a Christmas banger in December and you are dropping somewhere in December, please don't treat the music like orphans. Be very intentional with your promotion, very intentional with your activation, find the right audience and connect the music to, so that by December it becomes one of the most favorite, most jamming songs in all our spots during the festive seasons. You understand? So our artists should really pay attention to that anytime you are looking for such bangers.
Okay. Can we also say that our style of promotion, down here is still the same, and there's something different we could do about it?
Promotion is that's like the gap. Like, it's a gap we have in our space right now. I don't think promotion even exists. Promotion and marketing really exists. Few of our artists, you find them being very intentional with their promotion. Many of them, it's like, unya vibes, they go viral, like, cool. Unya Twitter boys, more trend there. But, cool. But here's the thing. What is the cross-pollination from the Twitter there to the other DSPs? Because you're showing me Twitter trends. What I do and what I do, Twitter trends don't move me. I won't lie to you.
All right.
Yes. I want to see your listeners going up on all the DSPs. DSPs as in the digital stores. So when you are trending on Twitter, then it will cross-pollinate into YouTube views, BoomPlay plays, Audioma plays, Spotify plays, Apple plays. just like the TikTok campaign, we see it cross-pollinating onto other platforms. So when the song blows on TikTok, you see the numbers going wild on Apple, OnePlay, YouTube. Over here, you see a song go wild on Twitter. You want to go and check, and it's like, okay, I see it. It's number 1 on the trend, and you see the artist posting, I'm number 1 on Twitter trend. Yeah, that's nice. But can you show me that your song is like spiking up on all the DSPs? I don't think so. You know, so I feel like our call to action to this our trends should be able to point to all the DSPs so that the talk and conversations never tear also no should spill over to all these places, because that's what the currency is. That's the growth that you can show to labels or distributors or any other music agencies who want to do deals. So we tell them to are trending on Twitter, like, yo, bro, what's up?
Are you okay?
You know, so your YouTube views, your OnePlay plays, your Duma plays, your Apple plays, and your Twitter or your social numbers going up.
Yeah.
Those are very important.
Okay.
You know, so but you are just showing me trends. It's cool you are trending. Like people see you, but then are people really going to follow you? Are people really going to the DSPs to listen or to watch what you're doing? Like the Bosun Pion song she mentioned, the Boomu. I heard the song, I like it.
Okay.
You know, but I mean, I chanced upon it somewhere.
All right.
I didn't even know I had a new song. I was somewhere finding new songs, and I'm like, oh, my man have a new song out. You know, so sometimes we have to be very, like I said, intentional. If Unis Kakran be at least a press release of your new music releases, will put you in a space where we're having conversations like this. We'll mention your name, say you have a new music out. If you don't do any press on your new music, she's a media person, you're a media person. Somehow I'm a media person. So how am I finding the music? You need to put it at places or on places where I know, people go to find for new music, or people go to find for information from artists or for new music. So we have many of the platforms. OnePlay is one of them. So even if you're not even going to publish anywhere, OnePlay put out a lot of content within the week. So you can
come to OnePlay
and have
we
a
got
talk,
you.
you know, and say, yo, I have a new music out. It's here, it's there.
That's it.
You guys go listen to it.
Right.
You know, that's easily enough. How many of our people are very intentional with such movement when it comes to when you drop new music? It's like few radio and that's it. You know.
Okay, y'all damn right there, Charlie. On my info, but I told you today we're gonna learn. Over the years, there has been this discussion about artists not, getting paid, getting the royalties that they're supposed to get. Now, it is it is something that is really becoming, like a headache, because you see, I said, it looks like GHAMRO Pesodi amount for Gadi Kakra. Now, Reggie ZP has called out Stonebwoy because apparently it's been alleged that Stonebwoy has received, some money from GHAMRO. Now, I'm gonna read what Reggie ZP said. He said, "My brother Stonebwoy always falls for the GHAMRO shenanigans led by our uncle Rexoma. Bro, GHAMRO gave you just 2,000 Ghana cedis in 2020 and made you the poster child for their incompetencies back then, because the Ghana Music Alliance kept them on their toes, and they realized they had to convince the top Ghanaian artists to legitimize their incompetence, but other top artists didn't even mind them. You are the only dancehall artist to have battled with me, and I rate you for that." Okay, alleged. I wasn't there.
I beg you, the last statement you just read, it said you are the only dancehall artist that battled with you.
Yes.
Okay. I'm just thinking that, like, you are talking about GHAMRO. I didn't know why you have to talk about
myself. It's a long article. I'd love to read everything, but because of time, let's just talk about GHAMRO and the whole. I'm sure you have a very fair idea about how things work in there.
Yeah, we've heard some of their stuff on radio. We've read a few on online. We've heard Tilly talk about them most times.
All right.
So GHAMRO and their stuff. Yeah. Me personally, what Stonebwoy put out, I didn't see any issue with it. He's the same person that came out to bash them. That's in 2020, right?
All right.
So if he feels like GHAMRO, he's making some little changes, and a big change though, little changes, you know, it's a little change. At least at the end, we all agree that GHAMRO has not been efficient, has not been working at all for a very long period of time. So if you're a brother who 8K, that's like 6K difference from the last collection.
Right. Improvement at the
big one. So just as he came out to bash them, I feel like somehow it is right to also let people know that, oh, as I call them out, these guys are doing something little. But my little issue is, so some of these guys, normally they do these things just to keep the loud mouth quiet. Because Stone, you are big. You went out to UK, you called them out. Your biggest artist went to meet an ambassador and called them out. So, I'm asking how many other artists receive that in my mouth? Because we know they are artists on the same level,
right,
or even much more bigger than Stonebwoy. Because we know royalties is based on plays. Right. Sorry. So this is PRO, right? That's public royalties. So that is public usage of the music, radio, club, anywhere music is used publicly. That's where the collection is coming from. We have artists whose music are used much more bigger than Stone, I believe, under the year of collection.
Right.
You know, so the percentage artists will do back and say, oh, this man at 10K, this man at 20K, this man at say. Now it's only Stone that I've heard. So that's what my only issue is. But as in Stone putting out a tweet to kind of applaud the organization for the little improvement they've done to their operations and services, you know, I didn't really see any issue to it.
Okay.
And I'm telling them so on.
Yeah.
Because I saw Tilly's tweets, you know.
So
I saw Tilly's tweets.
Tilly, I want you to tell us, do you have a problem with, you know, Stonebwoy putting himself out there like this?
Okay, yeah, I do.
Okay, run us through.
Because first of all, you know, Stonebwoy, unlike most of our Ghanaian artists, is exposed. It looks like when it comes to not just the artist, a lot of us in the industry, we have the knowledge, we have whatever, but we don't have the exposure. So things that we do here, to us, we think it is the right way till we go outside and realize that bombo class and I feel if there's any artist that should be able to differentiate between a royalty system working for a music industry and a royalty system not working for a music industry, it should be Stonebwoy. Do you get it?
All right.
Now, when you get this same Stonebwoy praising an industry or an institution that has failed artists over 2 decades, mind you, over 2 decades,
all right,
and you want to applaud them or validate them or be their testimonial for an inch that they should have taken 2 decades ago, it becomes problematic. Mind you, Nana Pedu led a petition, 100 people, more artists, against GHAMRO. When he died, they all wanted GHAMRO. Then we read that thing to be ready to GHAMRO. That do you get it? They have failed artists over 2 decades, and trust me, they will continue to fail artists if our main artists or the ones that have voices will pass them at the back when they take an inch instead of them to be galloping at this point.
Okay.
20 years.
So you think the money given to them now isn't anything for the artists to applaud them for?
Not at all. First of all, as he said, was he the only person who got that because he spoke? He should ask, and he should have asked other artists that in previous times have been vociferous about GHAMRO issues. How were they not vociferous again? They gave them increase of money, just the same way they did to you. Do you get it? Now that you are talking plenty, okay, let us give him the money or let us increase. Then he will come and praise us. Now you have praised them. Next time you see, Anchor X will on radio. Oh, we even did this. Even Stonebwoy said this. We're reading the case. No, do you get it? Because how do you go and say that this man that Stonebwoy said has done well is not doing well? Stonebwoy say he has that. We won't tell you your artist. I said, do you get it?
All right.
See, I feel like you can't claim what you deserve if you don't know your value. Me, Tile Kenipa, I think Stonebwoy, the music he does, he deserves more than even 1 million a year. Do you get it? So if
But
me,
GHAMRO,
no, you hold on.
GHAMRO able to collect, that much?
No, you hold on. If I think that you, Stonebwoy, you deserve 1 million, and I see you applauding him over 8,000, then it makes me feel like I am being too ambitious. Like, do you? Oh, wait.
Like you overreach.
Yeah, yeah. Like that's me pray. Do you get it? As a me pray, because if the artist would appreciate 8,000, why have I been fighting for 1 million? I should have probably fought for 9,000. No, I did 8,000 this time. Then it means that I should have probably fought for
9K or
9K for you, because then it is so crowd, at least when you be. And you know what, Stonebwoy, the bigger conversation is, it actually nullifies all these entertainment pundits, all these other artists that have sat on platforms and got head to head with GHAMRO trying to fight for bigger things for the artists. It means that you are satisfied with the little that you get.
Yeah, I want to find out though. What has changed? Is it just that increase his revenue this year, or something inside GHAMRO has changed? As in operations and the system in which they use to collect the revenue has changed.
Nothing has changed.
If it's just an increase in your royalties, then I don't think anything has changed. You know?
Exactly.
Right.
That's
You know?
And I'm saying that has been the old trick they've used to beat these artists for so many years. You talk, we give you more. You keep quiet, or you applaud us, and then you go.
But what does it take for GHAMRO to, collect these monies for musicians? And what is a musician as well doing to make sure that his monies are being collected in order for him to get back his royalties?
So, GHAMRO, we know they've always complained about the system they use in collecting the revenue. One is the log system that the radio stations are supposed to use, the one that the TV station are supposed to use anytime they play a music video. They've always had that issue. So I think they have like a blank levy that they give to the stations that they all pay. Like a flat rate,
right,
that everybody pays a flat rate. It will be a 500, it will be a 500. That itself, is doing the artist some serious bad way. Because look, if a station uses more music, there are stations who solely rely on just music.
Right.
There are other stations also have the current affairs, the talk shows and all that. They are purely and back to back. The one man the flat rates. One man somebody will also get a talk radio show so flat rates. You understand? That alone. So my issue with GHAMRO, the only time I will come out and say, yo, I feel like GHAMRO is really doing something very, 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 very well that we need to applaud, is when our collection system is being put in place and is well managed. I think last year they signed a partnership deal with Capasso.
Okay.
Capasso, that is for their digital performance. So Capasso is a collective society in South Africa that GHAMRO partnered with. So Capasso collects, because anytime somebody streams music, apart from the royalties that you receive, there's a back-end earning to any stream that you get, which is the performance royalty. Just as radio pays performance royalty, streaming services also pay performance royalty. So that's Capasso manages. So OnePlay have partnership with Capasso, so we pays artists performance royalties through Capasso to GHAMRO. So the last time they did a presentation, I think they had this Excel presentation. You can see all the stores, all the digital stores they are collecting from. I believe that is where the increment of revenue came from. Because when they introduced that new system, the CEO, Mr. Abraham, did a press conference where he showed that partnership with Capasso. So now their collection basket is bigger now and all that. So I believe that's where it's coming from. That means still the radio people, the television people, the malls, the nightclubs, the supermarkets, the beaches, anywhere music is used, it's still no pain. There's still no pain. But it's just another revenue door that is open that has increased, the collection basket. But what we have before, I don't think they've really made that system efficient enough. You know, so
You want to say something?
First of all, it's not every artist that can take money from GHAMRO. GHAMRO, they don't deal with artists, they deal with
composers.
rights owners.
Yeah.
If you own the right to the song. Now, the fact that you own the right to a song that is being banned on radio doesn't mean you even have the right to take money from GHAMRO. You must be a registered member of GHAMRO.
Of course.
And then whichever song. So let's say if I am an artist and I register with GHAMRO, it doesn't mean that they have to collect all my songs that I've done money from you. Every song that I release, I have to go and declare the song. In declaring the song, you have to let him know that the producer, Onion,
there's
those things.
There's a thing called metadata.
Metadata, fill it.
So the metadata is the information that describes the song. So it tells you the songwriters, the producers, and everybody.
And but you see, let me finish. It's a big conversation, but let us do it or else.
It's in the same context.
No, I'm saying that.
It's in the same context.
Even that, let me finish. When you go and do that, then now, when the song is being played, we can actually take money and then you can be part of the conversation. Now, my point is that if you go for this blank living, you don't go on behalf of only the artists that are registered to GHAMRO.
You go for everybody.
So everybody. So if you are telling me that I am not registered to GHAMRO, so I can't take the song, the money, why are you taking money on my behalf?
So,
and what are you using that money for? That can't increase even those who are registered under your tent. Do you get it? That is that is why I think I was, the video that Stonebwoy posted that congratulated them. The part that attained the snow crowd was that initially they were sharing the thing according to albums, and that now when if Stonebwoy is supposed to earn 40,000 Ghana cedi, they'll give him 20,000 and share the other 20 to the other artists that are there that are not banging. And I'm saying that, what do you mean? So you mean that at the prime of their career, they are working for themselves and other artists. So how about those artists that you took money on their behalf as part of the blank levy, but they are not registered? How about using that money to sort the other artists that are not banging? What is that money being used for?
Okay, but if an artist hasn't come to declare the song to be his, or is not registered with you, and you have the power to be able to go collect the artist royalties, that's what you're saying, right?
Yes.
Isn't that criminal?
It's not. In publishing, there's something called a black box. So if you don't clear your songs, as if you don't state who owns which rights, and the publishers collect those revenue, there's like a box that those money sits in.
Okay.
So for a period of time, if no one comes to declare for that revenue, the publishing companies share it on top of the highest performing artists within the year.
Okay.
It's a standard within the publishing business.
Okay.
So there's a black box where your budget setili and you must want to register your budget and a
Okay.
So if a period go not setili and be declare, your budget says can ego the top reigning artists within that very year.
Okay.
So it's there, but it's a very valid question that you can.
Yeah.
So because I don't think the government of Abia State say there's a black box where the money sits, and when you come and you register, they have if they have, then it's cool.
Okay. So if they have, why then does Stonebwoy have to get half for what he makes as an artist just to make other people survive? When there is that money that let me tell you, in the last 20 years, there are so many artists that are not registered, but their songs were banging. Yeah. So are you saying the money actually sits there for over 30 years and you can't touch?
Were those monies collected though?
They were, because it's part of the blank. So as long as the song is banging, will come out.
Okay, all right. The conversation is getting really interesting. Yeah. We'll have to go for a quick break. When we get back, Reggie ZP has put out some info that I'll be reading for you. Interesting one. I mean, love always. Y'all stay with us.
Don't look me like zombie. Don't play with me. OnePlay, yeah. Don't look me like zombie. Don't play with me. I know Bilu do what chobi. Don't play with me. Yo, people, these are the original AK songstress, the Dancehall Empress, the Don Dana, and you're watching OnePlay Africa. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere.
This is OnePlay News. We're still in the studio, of course, of OnePlay Africa. I'm Joseph AD with my dope people. We're educating you style BRB today. Before the break, we're having a discussion about GHAMRO not giving artists in Ghana, royalties well deserved to them. And Chile was making a point, so I'll come back to you real quick. So, register you can the Castan, and so I'll read it out for you, and then I'll wrap up.
Yeah, so as I was saying, there are also institutions that have proven that they are able to track music that is being used on our airwaves, and that's called the institution is called Good Music. Good Music can determine which song is being played over the 16 regions now in Ghana. They're able to track which song is being played here, how many minutes, how many seconds. You get it?
Right.
So if it's the basic component of the login system is tracking the music, at least somebody has a tracker. How about we infuse the tracker with the payment system and then now we move? But people also say that there are actually people that know or have this login system, but the media, they are also not doing their part. We sit on the media or as the media and bash GHAMRO. But do we even pay? Because if you pay, it's when they get to go and give the artists. Most of them, some big institutions, they pay the blank levy. So when they come, if I say, if OnePlay has to pay 1,000, they pay 1,000, they give to you. Now, my point is that if you are not able to, or the media house is not able to activate the login system, how about giving every media house a base, or going to, let's say, Ghana Tourism Authority that, you know what, the PAPs, the NCA, every TV station comes for license from you. And most TV stations, before they even start displaying their raw content, they use music.
Right.
Movies.
And movies, especially even the radios.
Right.
The radio stations, before they actually roll out content, they use music to hold the fort. So how about GHAMRO sits down with GTA, sit down with the NCA and say that, you know what, these people, they will definitely use music. So how about for those that have the potential to use music more, let them pay every month, every year, some or a news station, 1,000. So imagine the number of stations. I got that station probably to make over 50,000 because over multiple channels. Do you get it? These people, so even if you don't use the music, at least they are paying something. So no matter what, they will play the music. How about giving everybody a base so that one becomes the base that holds GHAMRO down or holds these artists down? Because then with their own body on the same cry, restaurants, they all pay, they all use. So tell the restaurant, GTA, let us get money from these people every month or every year. Let them pay like 2,000. As I said, NCA, they are aware of all the radios. These radios, they all use music to hold down the station before they roll out their content. Once the radio starts, TV, they do the same. So give them a base so that even if the tracking or the login system is not working in these institutions, at least you have a base that you can rely on every year to support yourself as an institution and support these artists you say you are working for. So let us not just bash GHAMRO alone. With the media, we are not doing our part one way or the other, because I'm sure some of them have been the system that can actually show, but they are unwilling to do. Some of them too. Well, as I said, you have to go and talk to the right institutions, find a way of integrating with them. I don't know why, as a GHAMRO, we don't want to talk to this, or if they are doing, anyone say GTA, any GHAMRO, they've had that conversation, but Charlie, here we are, talking about it again.
Nice one. But you want to add something?
Yeah, I want to pick it from the side of the artist. Okay. I feel that the artist also needs to up their way they've been working as in music-wise. As an artist, they also need to change the way they work. They need to normalize clearing of songs in this country.
Okay.
It's like when you tell an artist or a producer, Charlie, clear you put out. It's like, and I say, because we are used to you're recording the following day, it's out. You understand? Because if you want GHAMRO to be efficient, you need to supply GHAMRO with all the metadata that they can work with. And for them to get the metadata, you need to clear the song. So in clearing the song, that's what like the split sheet. So you, the artist, and anybody who contributed in making that composition, the songwriters, the producers, everybody needs to state their percentage on the split sheet. Everybody will sign it off. So the person who owns the master recording that is registering with GHAMRO can go to GHAMRO with that split sheet. So GHAMRO will know that producer A contributed 20% to this song. Producer B contributed 20%. Producer C contributed 10%. You can have 3 producers contributing to one song. You can have 5 songwriters writing one song. So when you have a split sheet, it states everybody's split. When GHAMRO collects, they know the percentage that anybody is supposed to get for that composition. So the artist needs to normalize that in our space. Like, I work with artists, and when you tell them, yo, I work with a producer. So when you produce a song, I call the artist, yo, you work with my artist, so let's meet and play the song. Like, what's that? I'm like, let's meet, let's play the song. Oh, I've played that for artist. Yo, you play the artist, but the artist slits. The royalty is like the artist slits.
Yeah. I think that occasion like this is supposed to go out there because most artists don't know these things.
They won't watch. This one is not, they don't even care.
When you organize talks on man. So what I'm saying is like, if young execs, if any young exec is watching this, like they should try and normalize that in their operationals. Okay, when I do a song with artist A, I need to clear. It's just like, oh, clear with artist A. That artist also call another artist. So, oh, this is what artist A did to me. So I also need to do the same to the next artist I'm working with. Clearance is a norm in the music business. Because without clearance, publishing is zilch. And publishing is like pension pay. When you drop the mic and you are not actively recording, it's your back end earnings. That's like the publishing. That's what will come. Will come every quarter. And then remember why you're good. Because probably you're not strong enough to be on stage to perform. You're not strong enough to go to the studio to record. So the publishing, your rights as an artist or as a composer, that's what will keep you.
All right.
By the way, most of these artists that they sing they have song, the song doesn't belong to them.
Yes, that's it. So most of them, some of them, people write their songs for them. Someone wrote the chorus, someone wrote this, someone wrote that. You know, so who come with GHAMRO, no? Do you own the right to the song? Probably you are just a performing artist. You know. And there's another right for that, but I think
that this is a very broad, topic that we need to,
it's broad now.
It's broad.
Yes,
it's very broad. And how filling this split sheet can help with copyright conversations in the field. We have those things. But
don't mind that.
All you musicians out there, moon share, moon like, moon share. You know what I mean? This is in-depth knowledge, man. Yeah, so you're wanting to go down again.
Yeah. Last night I was having a conversation with one of the top industry people, and he mentioned one of the biggest artists, and he told me he was surprised to find out that artist didn't have publishing, and that artist flaunts a lot of money on his socials. So that's the artist, music can be free. Because that means it's only the front end of income for the artist, which is your live performance and your streaming royalties and spec. So the back end is like zilch. It's not there. And this is one of your biggest artists.
Yeah. I don't know if it's the same person I'm talking about or you're talking about, but one of such artists or one of our biggest artists join one of their biggest features or collaboration that can change their life. They didn't have publishers.
It's the same person.
It's the same person.
Yes.
Let's move on.
Okay, we're done here. I mean, we've had an awesome, beautiful conversation. Oh, Reggie Zippy, yeah. I'm here, Reggie Zippy started on that. Okay, so Reggie says that I've had an extensive chat with my bro Stonebwoy, and he's made it clear to me where he stands when it comes to the struggle and the fight for better and more rewarding Ghana music industry, especially with regards to GHAMRO's mind games with Ghanaian artists and music right owners. We are one on a mission for a better industry, whether far or near. Much love and respect to you, my brother Stonebwoy. Yeah, so almost more 55.
Yeah, no, I think it's Siwa.
Yeah, that's it.
Reggie is coming from a very rich background where the system works.
Yes.
So then if he thinks that for an artist that has a big song in Ghana, to stoop for something like that, to him, like, you deserve more, bro. Like, wake up, yo. Like, seriously.
Yeah.
So if maybe they have come to a consensus that, yo, in as much as, I mean, it seems like I'm stooping low, I am looking at my system here. What will also work for me as a person here and not necessarily go so hard as them. You know, Ghana actually, patron, and now they see them.
You know?
Anyway, Sunny, I enjoyed the answer, so we have to wrap up. We're bouncing out to the studios. I'm gonna take last words for my people, and then we step out. Real quick.
Yeah, Charlie, follow me on social media. Actually, you have to learn about the space you're in. That's it.
Yeah. So same, follow me on social media, Yaw_Dan, and also stream your favorite artist on OnePlay.
All right. Thank you so much for making us a part of your day. You already know where to find me. We are out. Let's.
OnePlay. Add class to your music.